My name is Karen Farthing. I am an assistant instructor with the Bulwarks, and I'm the training coordinator for the same company. We are a personal security company and a firearms academy. We do have two separate and distinct sides of the house. The firearms academy, of course, we take people who have no knowledge at all, who are in the middle of their journey, and who are, what we would call, journeymen, or sometimes, masters of their craft, and work with what they've got and try to get them to the goals that they're looking for. The security company, we provide armed security. We do executive protection, personal security. We also do what is called defense in depth strategies for risk mitigation and things like that. So basically physical, digital, and both armed and unarmed will come in and do the audit, provide you what you need to know so that you can be proactive instead of reactive. Mindset and a defensive posture, we teach so much more of that than a lot of the other schools. And as far as marksmanship goes, it's a mechanical skill. Anyone can get good at it. It's like playing the piano. If you practice enough, you're going to get good at it. Some people have a talent for it. Other people, simply have a skill. But for me, and for most of us, it is just a tool. And it is the no other choice tool. Your brain is absolutely your best weapon. Absolutely. Placing yourself appropriately in your environment. You hear people talk about situational awareness all the time. Well, that's situational awareness by its very nature is transitory. What's going on right now? So in order to be a truly independent, confident person going about your business day to day and being able to keep out an eye for a threat, and everybody seems to think that, a threat comes from a person or a bad actor. A threat can be a fire, a threat can be an earthquake, a threat can be a rollover accident on the highway. It can be any number of things. In order to be able to get yourself home safe, you need to know, number one, who you are. Number two, how am I going to respond? And number three, how do I fit in my environment? How do I fit where I am right now so that I can respond to changes in my environment? And the changes in your environment is just your situation. Everything else is a total holistic type of package. You are not just a person who lives in the moment. Yes, some of us do. But I mean, you're a person with a family, you're a person with a job, you're a person with responsibilities, all of which don't have anything to do with what am I doing right now. What am I doing right now is my situation. My environment, my awareness is everything else. And so why would you not think about fitting yourself into your environment, or realizing when you don't fit in your environment and maybe you might want to go do something else? And so that is sort of where we start when we talk about self-defense and use of deadly force. Deadly force is always the last option. It's never the first option. It's the same on the security side as it is on the self-defense side. When our agents are working on a job protecting a client or a principal, de-escalation, disentanglement before engagement. Engagement is your last option. And so, sort of the same thing when you are a person who carries a deadly weapon every day. Disengagement, disentanglement before engagement. You have so many chances to make a different decision. And you have a brain. You absolutely don't have to show up to every fight that you're invited to. Why go to the party if it's not a party you want to be at? And so people forget that that's an option. And so I guess sort of our tagline at the Bulwarks is, confidence is our product and our profession, and that's where we want you to be. We want you, there are a whole lot of C's in the self-defense world. When you start, you're kind of clueless and you're really confused, and that's not a good place to be. With a little bit of practice, you become comfortable, but that's not a good place to sit. We want to move you from comfortable to competent, and then from competent to confident. After confident, there comes convinced, and convinced is not a good place to be, because then we fall into complacency, and what happens there? You know, we don't maintain our skills. Everything starts to atrophy, and we think that we don't have to pay attention to those things anymore, and guess what? All of a sudden, we're way back at clueless. So there is a spectrum of confidence, and you slide up and down that spectrum depending on where am I in my journey, where am I in my education. And we want to help you attain, establish, and maintain a high degree of confidence in your ability to protect yourself, protect the people who love you, protect the people who you love, and protect the life that you have worked to build. You know, and all of us really are everyday people. You know, I have an everyday life. You know, I'm married, I have 5 children, I have 3 grandchildren. I would like to, you know, stay involved with that. And so that means I don't go looking for trouble, I don't go to stupid places, and I don't do stupid things, and I don't hang out with stupid people. Simple rules that your other everyday person doesn't really think about. So it's not so much that those of us in this industry have some weird arcane knowledge, it's just we pay attention. I have spent the entirety of my life in the company of men. I was a tomboy when I was little. I played sports, so it was always with the boys. I joined the military when I was 17. Again, the only girl. So I understand dudes. I really do. I have a hard time making friends with and establishing relationships with other women. And we are really underrepresented in this industry as teachers, trainers, mentors, things of that nature, which I thought was really unusual because, honey, I'm from the South. Every girl I know has got a gun. Every one of us. I mean, every one of us. And so I just thought that it was really strange that I didn't know any other girls that did this. And so when I found out about this event, I was like, yeah, this is something I need to go to. I need to meet some other like-minded people and see what they're doing. And there are a lot of people out there who are, you know, further along in their journey. They're more successful. They have different skills. I suck at marketing. I'm terrible. Do not think that I did not come here with the intention of bending someone's ear and picking their brain, because I did. And so we all have an agenda. My agenda is to get better at what I do. And getting better at what I do means developing a bigger skill set and making those relationships and making those friends. And, you know, maybe I know something that I can help somebody else out with. I met Shelly via Facebook last year when I was trying to sign up for this, you know, event and get, you know, and just be an attendee. I knew of her husband's reputation, but I had never trained with him. I had never trained with Shelly. And then the more and more I got to talk to her, I just kind of fell in love with her, if that makes, you know, it's hard not to love that girl. And Stacy and I came down here in July to take entry-level pistol class. And it was just, I mean, we just hit it off. You know, it was great. She's fantastic. You know, and then, you know, she's got her little Zen master husband who just looks at you and is like, yeah, you should do this. You know, this will be better. And you're like, you know, I really hate you. You watched me for 3 minutes and you already know everything that I'm doing wrong. Thanks. You know, but she's such a cheerleader, and they play really well off of each other, and they complement each other so well that it is a joy to go to class with them. It really is. I learn so much. You know, and just watching the way that Shelly organizes things, she's very methodical, and I am a left brain person, very left brain. So method, organization, that really appeals to me on almost a visceral level. And so it was wonderful getting to meet someone else who was like that and who has very successfully, incrementally grown her school. There's a lot that I can learn from her. And she's a joy to learn from. So